because of personal experiences, but I could be open to it with the right process to tell me otherwise. Like, I'm always open to food if somebody, or television shows, or games, specifically games, because there have been so many games where I've been like, this game is garbage, but then I've gone to watch somebody play it, or I've had somebody tell me something about the game, and I start playing it because they mentioned something about it that I never heard about before, or never thought about in a way before. And it goes on to be a game I really, really enjoy. Like Persona 3 is a great example. I thought that would be a game I'd hate, and I could never love that game. And then I don't even remember why anymore. Then someone said something as simple as you get to shoot yourself in the head. And that's how you use your special powers. I was like, wow, I really have to see this. And it became one of my favorite games of all time. So I even went into that with bad intentions because I was like, there's no way that would be a thing. I mean, you should apply that to all points in life too. I tend not to because, like, there's so many things in the world. And I try not to get wrapped up in it all because once you start, it's hard to stop. I just started chapter 3. I am way over leveled for chapter 3. At this point I should be closing out the game. But I have a problem. And I am feeding that problem. My first time playing through the game, I'll be honest, I did beat it at like 65. Like that was the level my group was around. Which I think almost balances out to where you're supposed to be. Oh yeah, definitely, man. It's because of my level. I mean, I was level 40, so it's like, here, have a rune blade. That was painful, by the way, if you didn't get to see that. But I was only 65 when I got there because when I got Orlando, I was about 55. And when I saw what he could do, I just sort of tore through the rest of the game. Really fast. The only fight that slipped me up was the second fight at Linbury Castle. Because of the mechanics of the fight. And I didn't have 108 beats, because I never expected that. Yeah, Elmdor. My first playthrough, Elmdor slipped me up so bad. I plan on attempting mastering all of Ramza's classes. It does, but at the same time it makes it really, really frustrating your first playthrough. Because you're not expecting that. And then he bloodsucks Orlando and he becomes a vampire. And then your entire fight is over. That is what summed up my first experience in Windberry Castle. It sums it up beautifully. But yeah, I plan on trying to get Ramza's entire thing done. Yep. Well, I died. Dude, I lost because Orlando died and my entire group was centered around making sure they stay alive while Orlando did his thing. And he didn't do his thing. But that's an interesting chain. Yeah. It's a really frustrating thing to deal with when you aren't prepared for it. For sure. At least when you're not broken. It's even more frustrating to deal with when you're trying to learn Ultima and steal Elmdor's armor at the same time. When your only person... Yeah, really only the Master Vampire should be able to do that. In my opinion. That isn't always true in vampire mythology, but I think it'd work better in this situation when vampires aren't like the focus of the game. And yeah, the Genji equipment. I didn't really care about using it, I just wanted it. I don't remember if I used it or not, but I wanted it. I definitely wanted it. Do I need anything for the discovery race? No. Brad is 2. You should be 2. I'm kind of using the bar jobs as an excuse to grind. A little sad. I don't care though. I don't remember what the Genji equipment does. I just remember the only way to get it was Elmdor. So I had to go in with steal everything, and the only person who knew it was Ramza. Pretty much every time I play. Yeah, it's effective time usage, but I'm using it as an excuse to grind without seeming like it's a waste of time. uh, you should see me when I play MMOs. It's so bad. That's pretty awesome. I don't think I ever used the Masamune because you don't need it for the Masamune, as you would pronounce it. But whatever. I don't want to get up. It's been about an hour. I'm gonna take a quick break because I normally don't cast at this time, but I want to grind. So am I, and that's why I never use it anyway. You don't need to. Anyway, I want to be right back. Then I'll try to grind more, but we'll see. Depends on what I'm about to be asked. So, I'll be right back. I am back. And it was nothing that important, but I'm back. It let me get up after an hour, which I normally forget about doing anyway. On the note of cheats and glitches used in this game, I didn't know about them when I was younger. I've done a run where I used the duplicate glitch just to see how dumb it would be. I was gonna show it to somebody who was here earlier. And I failed because of the limitations I had available to me when I was trying it. The JP scroll glitch I am using in this run for the sake of eliminating some of the grinding early, because I like to do it early. Because if I just sort of make Ramses grind shorter, then it'll make me want to continue the game. Not really counting the days, and I should have been doing that. 4. Okay, 4 more. Battle! But yeah. It's funny though how broken the calculator is, and I've never really used him. Now that I think of it, like back on my own playthroughs, I always thought he was garbage because of his speed. I never really thought about how strong he could be with using his math appropriately. Welcome back. Yeah, that's what I was just talking about. When I got back, I was saying I did a run with the duplicate glitch when I learned about it a few years ago, just to see what it would be like. But it's not really that great unless you're going to use it to break your game, which is already broken to begin with. And I'm using the JP scroll glitch, which I didn't know about when I was a kid. I knew about it the same time as item do. Which I'm using this run to try kind of force my brain to be like, Ramses done, move on. Which if I don't do that, I'll be here for several hours longer. Yeah, and that's why I am using the scroll. It didn't work when I tried to use it on the wizard this time around, which I think it's because I forgot about it, and then it was too late. But The summoner definitely. The summoner's such a pain in the ass to finish, and you don't even truly finish it just by finishing its JP. So I have nothing against doing the scroll glitch, speed that one along, for the sake of streaming. If I was making it a point to finish this game with all of my jobs mastered, like 100% sure I was going to do that, I would opt not to do it, because it would be a part of the experience. But if I don't get the summoner spell in the deep dungeon, no big deal. I've never done it because I've never set myself up to be able to survive a summon. Summoners have so little base HP. That I've never really given it a real try to finish it. And I need to. I just haven't. That summon hits really, really hard though. I've mastered Ultima a few times, or Squire a few times, rather. It is not nearly as hard to master. Much more annoying to master, but easier. Because the setup is just make sure you don't die to Elmdor, and then let Ramza fuck around with the Ultima demons. Little bit easier than make sure your summoner has the ability to survive a summon that hits like a truck. Which is funny to say that, because I remember having difficult times each time I tried to master Ultima, because the damned demons would not use Ultima. They just refused. At least not on Ramza, which is all that mattered. Like the first part of Limberry Castle or the last part of the Chapter 3? Because they're in assassin form on both of those fights. And I find it hard to believe it's Chapter 3 and more the first part of Limberry Castle. Which I tried, but they would never give it to me. I had them use Ultima one time, but that was like in my first playthrough. It was so far-fetched that I would learn it, because I wasn't prepared to learn it. That's the part I was trying to learn it, because that's the part with Elmdor. It just, no matter what, they wouldn't use Ultima on Ramza. So he wasn't learning it. I kind of figured, which is why I found it hard to believe. That fight is so constrained to you essentially one-shotting Eldor that it would be impossible. Yeah, but that's kind of my point, was they were really obstinate about trying to make sure he couldn't end up where he needed to be to learn the spell. It's just been my luck with it. Maybe it'll go easier this time. I don't know why I care, because I won't be using Ultima. I might, because I've started to play with Guts more often now. Now that I think about it. It could be a good idea. I typically don't play with Guts at all. Because I'm really safe, even though there's no need to be. Just straight up, I didn't buy potions. Not that I needed to, but... Huh. I'm typically really safe. That's how I grew up playing games as... If I don't play it as safely as I can, I'm gonna die. As a kid, it's easy to fall into that mindset. Especially a younger kid, when your skills really aren't as developed as they would be. Even in a couple of years. So, yeah. It's kind of how I developed my habits too, when you think about it. I played this game pretty much